Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. Today's layout is for 31 Days of Cut Files with MK Gunn and Janet Fritz. I'm using this cut file that you'll see here in just a second called, says Crazy Times. And I'm also using an idea shown here from Sheena Rowlands, her layout that she posted on July 28th, and I will try to remember to link that below. So here you can see I've drawn my circle. I'm showing you the 31 Days of Cut Files calendar, and this is for Thursday of this week, and I can't remember the date, so I'm not sure. I'll figure it out later. I have this picture that I took on February 22nd of 2022 at 2:22 p.m. And I pulled out my bin of numbers. These are random numbers from random sticker packs and letters that I wasn't going to use, so they just all go in there sorted by number. And I've pulled out a whole bunch of them because I am fascinated with numbers. I have loved numbers my entire life, and I love patterns associated with numbers. And so when I realized what this date was, I was determined to get a picture at 2:22 p.m., which was kind of a challenge because my school day ended at 2:25 p.m. So that was kind of a crazy time in my classroom with kids getting ready to go out the door. But I did manage to take a quick snapshot of it. And so when I saw Sheena's layout with her sketch circle, and then she filled it in with tags and ephemera and things, I had the idea when I saw this picture laying on my table and I had this cut file that said Crazy Times. I wasn't sure what I was going to use Crazy Times for, but this picture was laying there. And I thought, this is a good way to use up all of those numbers, well, not all, but a lot of those numbers that I have sitting in my box. So I've backed the cut file. There's no rhyme nor reason to what numbers I put where. I just tried to pick ones that kind of generally stayed in with teals and oranges and golds. There's a little bit of pink in there and a little bit of wood grain, and I have some gold embellishments on there as well. I didn't have you watch me adhere everything down, and a few things I have adhered down I end up moving and having to cover up mistakes a little bit, cover up a little bit of glue, but it worked, and I am happy with the outcome. And it was fun to document something that is pretty unique to me. I don't know a lot of people who get excited when their odometer on the car turns over to 100,000 or some neat pattern like 101010 or something like that. But I do. I've always had fun with that sort of thing. And some of these numbers are thickers, so I had to pop up the photo just a bit in the center because some of those thick numbers are around the edge of it. And I have this little frame. At first I think it's going to go up there, but I end up it's going to be down toward the bottom left. And I like this tag. It fits my color scheme. And I kind of have an opening there, so I thought it would be good to layer that underneath my photo. I end up trimming just a bit off the tag so it tucks in just where I want it. But that's going to go there. I also have some clear gold stickers from a really old Stampin' Up sticker sheet. I'm not sure what they were called or anything. They've just been in my box of gold ephemera for a long time. This twine actually has a little bit of gold in it too, so that fits in. And here's where I decide, oh, I need to trim the bottom off a little bit. And I tuck that in. Before the end of the layout, I also put a 3 on there that I had moved because it was going to be hidden by the title. I had pulled out my color bins before I started this. I pulled out the one with oranges and corals in it and found a couple things, and also my gold bin. One of the things I found in my orange and coral bin were some foam stickers that spell out happy, and I do end up putting those in there as well, so that the title for the finished layout, there it is, says Happy Crazy Times, because number patterns make me happy. I lift just a little bit of that 2 up so it overlaps this frame a bit. Here are some tickets that I found that fit the color scheme a bit, so I tuck those in on either side of the photograph in a few minutes. At first I was going to leave all 3 together, and then I decided I would separate them into 2 and 1, and put 2 on the left and 1 on the right. And I don't know why I felt like tickets went on this page, but I did, so they're on there. And here I put the foam thickers that say happy. I'm still not sure they're completely straight, but I think they're okay. And as I was doing this, I completely forgot about some other gold things that I had pulled out of my color bin. But at the very last minute, I do remember, and you'll see those go on toward the end. There, I was just checking to see if that seemed straight. Here's a little circle sticker. There were sunglasses on it. I didn't want those to show, but I did use it on the top and bottom of the photograph. And at first I think it's going to go there, but I end up moving it. And I'm still not sure it should have gone where it does, but that's okay. I did have this little numbers banner that I had thought would go in the top corner, but it had too many bright pinks in it, and it just didn't seem like it fit. This pocket card has a grid on it, and it also has across the top, it says day, month, year. So I thought that fit perfectly, and it's a little bit too large, so I trim off the bottom. And then I realized I didn't trim quite enough off, so I trimmed off the bottom and I re-rounded those corners, and that ends up being where I put my journaling. And my journaling says, I have always been fascinated with number patterns. I clearly remember 7777 when I was just 9. On February 22nd, 2022, I managed to snap a photo of my computer at just the right time, 2:22 p.m. This won't ever happen again. Cool. Now is where I remembered, oh, I have this stack of gold things sitting to my left. Maybe I should add some of those. So there were these photo corners. They were in a package of things I got at Tuesday Morning several years ago. And I have to lift up that H a little bit to get it tucked in there, but it sticks right back down. So I have those on. There's also a sticker in there that says, today is the day. How perfect is that? And I put it on this little label, which I trimmed out of a pocket card. I feel such a sense of accomplishment when I use up some things that I have had for a long time and had no idea how I was going to use them. but I find just the right place for them. And I end up putting it there at the bottom. And I also add, I think it's a chipboard sticker that says good things, but first I have to move some things around here. It bothers me that the 7 that is tucked underneath the corner, bottom right corner of the photograph, that's been bothering me for quite a while. So I had tried earlier to move it. It wasn't going to move without tearing the paper, but I've decided it doesn't matter. I need to move it anyway. And part of the torn paper gets covered up with this chipboard sticker that says good things. And then I'm able to move the 7. I just have to get a little bit of paper, the cardboard backing that was stuck under there that was going to show. And I was able to move the 7. I like it much better where it is. You can tell that it's a 7. There we go. So I'm happy with that. That's just about the end of this video. We'll come up on still shots here in a moment. Please be sure to visit Janet and MK's Facebook group. And if you go to either one of their YouTube channels, you'll see some playlists for lots of other people playing along with these cut files. And I think I am just about done here. I'm pleased with this layout. And here's a few still shots. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.